Hi, welcome back to Wall Street Confidential. Deborah Borchardt here with Jim Cramer. We're talking about Schering-Plough. The stock has been beaten up because of the Vitorin results.
Right.
So is it a stock we want to get into or
well,
not?
I bought some Schering-Plough into the madness for ActionAlertsPlus.com. Let me give you my reasoning. I know that there was a new cancer scare with this particular sample of Vitorin from the London study. I also know that there have been tons of other studies where they never saw that. There is a way to see all of this, and they keep wanting to stress that it doesn't work for heart attack, whatever. No one believes that in the medical community. They
right.
don't.
Some of the reaction may be overdone to these studies.
I think that the reason why Schering-Plough bottomed, it's for twofold actually. One is that if you really and truly need to reduce cholesterol, it just has to happen. It's still the drug of choice, regardless of what the press says. More importantly, Schering-Plough has been reinvented. The last time it was at 17, 18, it was before they took the big costs out of the Organon deal, and before we had Sugamedics. Be approved, and it's being approved. That's for emergency rooms. It saves maybe 1 or 2 seconds. That's all you really need to be able to save a life. And before we recognized all the different great synergies and cost cuts. So Schering-Plough is better than it was here last time, and the news is just the same. The news is bad. I mean, you know, the news is bad, news is bad, news is bad, but there's no pulling of the drug. As long as there's no pulling of the drug, then what we saw last time was that scripts went up. After 3 months, they stabilized after 3 months of not great. And I think it's going to happen again.
Well, once you really look at the study never said there was a safety issue. It just said maybe you want to use the generic instead.
Right. No, and it obviously works to lower cholesterol. But, look, you know, I have battled these. I mean, a lot of times what we talk about are situations where you're battling, okay? And I used to, at my hedge fund, say, listen, I don't want any battlegrounds. Schering-Plough is a battleground. I am willing to own it long-term for ActionAlertsPlus.com because I believe in Fred Hassan. But for the vast majority of people, it is just a battleground. Wyeth is not a battleground. Abbott is not a battleground. Gilead, now that it's down to 50, not a battleground. So, like, why take this on? Well, I like them. I like the management
They've got
team.
drugs in the pipeline with the
I
Organon
like the management team, and they have the least
purchase.
generic. I mean, look, people love Pfizer, but Pfizer's, you know, people are suddenly getting on the bandwagon in Pfizer because of the cost takeout and because of the dollar and because the dividend looks safe. But I worry about the out years, 2011, 2012, and what those years are saying is that Schering-Plough's franchise is intact because of very little patent problems, and Pfizer's has the worst patent problems.
Okay, so if you're willing to go into battle, Schering-Plough is...
But most people shouldn't because it's too hard.
Too hard. All right, thank you, Jim. Deborah Borchardt here at Wall Street Confidential, and stay tuned for more at thestreet.com TV.